up and down the stairs without being helped. So,
Sounds reasonable. All right.
yeah, I mean, um,
But I take it, you won that tractor.
yeah, with that tractor, and that was my first challenge, and I begin, and that was the beginning of trying to win over life.
Let me go back to this. So now, how old were you when he said this? Your grandfather said this.
Probably when I was 3. I don't know. I don't remember things.
So at 3 years old, though, you said logically, you said, "Boy, I really want that tractor." So you accelerated your attempts to walk.
Probably.
Okay.
You know, my grandfather was probably in a parts, so trying to get some parts for machinery, and he took me along, and because that I couldn't walk, he set me on the floor, and my eyes lay into this pedal tractor, so I hung on to that tractor. I guess that was a heck of a time to try to get me off it. When he was ready to leave, I wanted him to take the tractor myself. But unfortunately, he had other ideas. And so I don't know how long period from that day to the day that I began to, I understand that I was not walking at the time that he, I don't know how that all went, but the goal was that he said if I could learn how to walk, he would buy that tractor. You know, it probably was a $50 item at that time, but $50 was a lot of money in 1956 or 57.
Despite being labeled or being called crippled, or I'm sure you were called, I'm sure people thought of you as cognitively disabled at times, perhaps?
Perhaps. Yeah. I'm sure. I know they did. You know, I would tease a lot, so today I can identify with people that have been bullying. I talk a lot about that when I do my presentations, because I think it is a very important thing to talk about among teenagers, about how the actions may really affect the outcome of somebody else's. And that is, we need to do a positive outcome with somebody, not a negative outcome.
So you grew up with kind of an attitude that you had to, prove yourself? You had to prove
I had to prove myself to myself. I had to prove to myself that I was not that kid with that low IQ. That I could go on and continue education. Not only from special ed, but I could go beyond that. I could go beyond that and get a degree from the university. And I did that. In 1982, I received my degree in vacation and rehab from the University of Wisconsin in Menominee. And I had proved to myself that I could do it. Other people want me to do it, but I wanted to do it for myself. I wanted to go beyond what people expect me to do. And so I did it. So I graduated with a 3.29 average. Not bad for being a kid that was told that his IQ was in the 60s.
Are you on a mission?
I'm on a mission to help people to become educated about people with disabilities. We have gifts, we have talents, we have things that you need for us to do.
So, as a society, as a culture, are we doing better?
We're doing better. We have a long way to go. And you can say that in any area that you're talking about. We came from a long ways away from out of sight, out of mind philosophy to the inclusion movement that we have today in public school. Can we do better? Sure we can do better. Is there things that are wrong? Sure there are things that are wrong. That's why I don't lay down and just quit. I'm there, I'm going to be there to help the society to become better.
Well, tell me about the your institute, your organization.
Before I received my degree, I began a non-profit organization called Breakthrough Incorporated. You can find it on the internet at bendanderson.com. Breakthrough Incorporated is an organization to help people to become aware of people with gifts and talents, people that are so-called disabled in the country. Mm-hmm. And so it is a non-profit organization that do such that we give presentations. We give presentations to whoever wants to listen. I've been invited to number of classes at universities and conventions around the country to speak.
Yeah, you were a keynote speaker in Madison just recently.
Last week to the, what is the name of the organization? CESA 6 had a convention. There was inclusion. And Dr. Ash and myself did the keynote for that conference. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Dr. Ash is the gentleman that wrote the foreword for my book, IQ of 63, So What? Dr. Ash is from Toronto, Canada.
So what are your objectives? You have like numbered goals that you want to do, things that you want to accomplish and see happen?
For myself and for my wife, it is to help wherever we can to aid, to further the education of people with disabilities.